Episode 4 begins in North Korea in 1997. We see Ryung arrive at an orphanage and meet the children. He introduces himself and tells them he has heard they are all very fit, asking if they would like to become soldiers for him. No one speaks at first, but one boy steps forward and agrees, asking if he will get plenty of food. The boy's name is Gong. Ryung tells them to fight amongst themselves, and we see Gong defeat everyone. Ryung tells him, "You are very good at what you do, come with us." However, another boy, who had been lying on the ground, grabs Ryung's leg. Ryung tells him, "You are very good too, you can come with us as well." "What is your name?" The boy replies, "My name is Kim." Next, we see the children's training about to begin, but before that, Ryung explains their purpose: they must go to the south and work as spies. The training involves torture. In the following scene, we see Kim and Gong tied up. Gong is asked if his name is 𝗖𝗿𝗲𝗃, but he claims he doesn't remember. Kim is asked if his name is 𝗿𝗃73, he answers, Kim. The man asks, "Don't you understand that you aren't supposed to say anything?" And Kim is tortured again. We see more scenes of their training, including a fight where Kim defeats his opponent. Later, in the evening, everyone is eating. Kim brings food to Gong, but Gong refuses to eat. Kim says, "You lose to me every time. I think it's because you don't eat enough. You should eat. I'm only offering this out of pity." Angered, Gong starts beating him up. However, the other children stop him. We then see several more scenes. In one, we see 𝗖𝗿𝗲𝗃, asleep at night. A soldier approaches to kill him, but he manages to defend himself. He steps outside and sees that many children have been killed, an act likely committed by Ryung. Kim and Gong resume their training and become highly skilled. The next scene shows the start of their mission. Ryung has instructed them to go to the Republic of Korea and assassinate a specific man. We see the soldiers executing the plan, observing the target's house during the day and arriving there at night. They intend to kill the man inside. Gong opens fire, ignoring Kim's attempts to stop him. He moves in to check the target's identity, only to discover a decoy, a dummy rigged with a bomb. The bomb explodes, killing Gong. We also see a scene where Yong Shong is being taken away from the village. 𝗖𝗿𝗃 is there, weeping. Gyeong reassures him, promising to return. Finally, we move to the closing scene of the third episode. 𝗖𝗃 points a gun at Kim, claiming that the fake 66 inches is present. Just as he is about to fire, Kim manages to dodge and defend himself. The two then fight 𝗖𝗃, but realize he still holds the gun and is preparing to shoot. They flee and take cover, but 𝗖𝗃 unleashes a hail of gunfire. Suddenly, Sang and Mr. Lim appear behind him, opening fire and ordering him to raise his hands. He complies. Han-soo asks Kim who the other person is. Kim explains that she is his colleague, Sang, and introduces the other man as his laundryman. Mr. Lim recalls the moment he spotted 𝗖𝗃 while in the car with Sang and told her that the man could lead them to Kim. Sang remarks that he might have known about them all along. Kim replies that he only knew someone was watching him. Mr. Lim tells him he has violated the government contract and demands he surrender. Kim refuses, explaining that his daughter has been kidnapped and he won't surrender until he finds her, though he promises to turn himself in once she is safe. The two then flee the scene. 𝗖𝗃 seizes the opportunity, snatches the gun from Mr. Lim, and fires it. He then engages in a prolonged fight with Sang, eventually injuring her before running away. Once outside, he opens fire on their car. But they manage to escape. Sang believes Mr. Lim has been killed, but he survives because he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Inside the car, Han-soo notices Kim has been shot and asks when it happened. Kim insists he is fine and asks if there are any bandages. Han-soo suggests checking the back of the car. Kim moves to the back to apply a bandage. Just then, they spot Jin-chul stepping out of a taxi and stepping right in front of their vehicle. Han-soo, initially distracted, slams on the brakes just in time. Jin-chul shouts, asking if they are trying to kill him. He then gets into the car, sees Kim, and notes that he is already wounded. "I don't know what you two would have done without me, but now that I'm here, everything will be fine. By the way, where are we going?" Han-soo explains that a homeless man living near the station had taken Minji's phone, and they are on their way to meet him. They spot the homeless man talking to a child. he is demanding alcohol, but the child says he doesn't have any. The homeless man starts shouting. The child brings his father over, but the man pretends to be asleep. As soon as he opens his eyes, he finds our three heroes standing before him. He asks, "Who are you?" Kim shows him the phone and asks how he got it. At first, he doesn't say anything, but Kim pleads with him to tell the truth. The man recalls the scene. He was sitting there when a man stepped out of a car and threw the phone into a trash can. He reveals all this to them. Kim asks, "Who was the man? Do you remember his face? And what kind of car was it? I'm begging you, please tell me." The man remembers and says it was a white BMW. Kim asks for the time, but the man can't recall it. In the next scene, we see 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 and his henchman at the port. 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 is toying with a man before deliberately throwing him into the water. Meanwhile, our heroes are trying to figure out who approached the homeless man and what car was involved. They spot the car. The man steps out and tosses the phone into the trash can. They investigate the man and discover his identity and name. Later, Han-soo starts looking for the car's whereabouts. The next scene shows Sang-min and his boss. The three of them are having a meal. 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 starts mimicking a scenario where he would call Gang Chan to tell him that his daughter had killed someone. He asks Kong Minnie why she doesn't eat potatoes, but suddenly, something snaps within him, and he begins to attack them in a fit of rage. He then recalls the events of 9 years ago, specifically, a clash with people protesting against a redevelopment project. In the next scene, he is on a building's rooftop with his boss, who mentions a building slated for redevelopment that has stalled. They need to take action. As he leans over to look down, 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 pushes him off. Later, 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 is in the hospital, listening to a news report about a worker who fell from a railing. The report describes the building as dilapidated, with structurally unsound walls, necessitating redevelopment, for which permission has finally been granted. He realizes why his boss had acted the way he did. He confronts his boss and kills him. Despite the boss pleading innocence, claiming he was merely following orders from above, 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 kills him and sits in his chair, remarking to himself how easy it was to achieve this. Subsequently, he assembles his own team. Gang Chan calls him, requesting a meeting, so he arrives with his men. Gang Chan tells him, "Your predecessor wasn't great, but you seem educated, work for me." However, 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 refuses, accusing Gang Chan of ordering his former boss to have him killed, and declares, "Now, you're going to die." He orders his men to kill everyone present. 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 attempts to kill Gang Chan but fails to do so. Gang Chan injures him severely. He grabs the man by the mouth, shoves a hot potato inside, and declares, "You are my dog. From today on, you work for me." 𝗙𝗲𝗱𝗃 approaches Gang Chan, begging and saying, "Fine, I'm your dog. Please let me go. I'll do whatever you say." We cut to the present, where 𝗍𝗃 receives a call from his agent. She informs him, "I've found out where he is, his location was just tracked to this spot." 𝗍𝗃 replies, "Understood. Bring your team here." We see our three heroes tracking the vehicle's location. They are 90% of the way there. Suddenly, Jin-chul looks ahead and realizes something is wrong. 𝗍𝗃 presses a button, and we see a bomb placed in front of their car. The vehicle is blown into the air. Meanwhile, Kim is monitoring the screen to pinpoint the car's location. He identifies the specific port and realizes the vehicle is right there. The car crashes back down. 𝗍𝗃 approaches the vehicle and shouts, "I know everyone is inside. Come out." Han-soo steps out and starts talking to him. 𝗍𝗃 fires at him but fails to land a hit. Han-soo displays his karate skills. 𝗍𝗃 taunts him, saying, "You couldn't do anything," but Han-soo retorts, "I just needed to buy time for Kim to escape." 𝗍𝗃 then sees Kim getting into the car and speeding away. He tries to shoot but fails. Elsewhere, we see Sang-man opening a car trunk and helping Min-ji out. They want to take her into a room, but a security guard arrives and asks what they are doing. Sang-man approaches him and kills him. Later, they take Min-ji's body into a room, a large freezer kept at -30 degrees. As soon as they leave, we see Min-ji emerge from the sack and try to escape. She screams, but no one hears her. She is freezing cold. 𝗍𝗃's men are approaching. Han-soo witnesses this and throws him off the bridge into the water below. Han-soo then tells Jin-chul he is leaving too and jumps in after him. Although Sang-yi and Mr. Lim try to stop them, they are unable to do so. Just then, Jin Chul steps out of the car, and everyone points their guns at him. Jin Chul announces his surrender, stating that he only wants peace. We see 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃 trying to call Nam, but Nam doesn't pick up. He asks Sang Man to go and take a photo of Minji so they can show it to Gang Chan as proof, but Sang Man refuses, saying he is eating and telling him to go himself. As soon as 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃 steps outside, Nam calls him back and asks why he had been calling. 𝗿𝗲𝗃 says he wants to speak to Gang Chan. Nam asks if he wants to die. 𝗿𝗲𝗃 laughs and says he has something to reveal. His daughter has killed someone, and sends an audio recording as proof. Nam listens to the audio and, in the next scene, informs Gang Chan. Gang Chan is in the room, speaking to 𝗲𝗃, he asks her what happened. 𝗲𝗃 explains that she didn't kill the girl on purpose, the girl used to bully her, and she killed her by accident. Gang Chan approaches her and says, I want you to be completely honest so I can help you. She then admits, yes, I killed her. He slaps her and says, you should have told me, I would have killed her for you. Why did you do it yourself? Don't ever do something like that again. It's not a big deal, I can handle it. By the way, are you certain Minji is dead? She replies, I don't know. Gang Chan then suggests, we can pin the blame for whatever happened to Minji on 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃. Meanwhile, Kim arrives at the port and spots a white BMW. He approaches it, puts on his gloves, and moves to enter. Inside, Kong Min and Sang Man are seated. He walks up to them. Kong Min asks, who are you? And what are you doing here? But he remains silent. Kim asks, where is the girl? But they tell him nothing. Kong Min pulls out a knife and tries to attack him but fails to land a hit. Gang Chan has also tracked Minji's location and is heading to the port. Minji is inside a freezer. She realizes someone is approaching. It turns out to be 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃, who has come to take a photo of her. Minji hides. Just as he is about to reach her, Gang Chan calls him. 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃 steps outside to answer. Gang Chan says, I hear you've taken good care of things. That you've done me a favor regarding my daughter. 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃 replies, it wasn't a favor. I just did it. But I want a specific amount of money in return. Come to this location alone. I'll show you a photo as proof that Minji is dead. Minji had approached the door, which was already ajar, and was observing the scene. However, just as she was about to open it, 𝗿𝗲𝗱𝗃 heard a noise and spotted her, realizing she was still alive. With that, episode 4 comes to an end. Alright guys, we'll meet again in episode 5. Bye for now. Subscribe a channel, and like, share, comment to the video.